So I understand you all are there at a fest for Neil Everson. My name's Jeff Finkel, and I'm the president of the International Economic Development Council, and I wish I was with you today. As I thought about what I might say, I wanted to tell you a story. And this is a story about Neil coming down to the States and helping out on a technical assistance project. Neil, with a couple other IEDC members, went to a community and they talked about brownfields. And they spent 2 or 3 days in the community. They looked at how the city was handling brownfields, and then they went to city council. At the city council meeting, the mayor presides in the city council. It was a city manager form of government. And the mayor said something during the council hearing. And Neil looked at the mayor and he said, "Well, your worship." And he went on to explain what he was trying to get across. The mayor got pretty agitated, and frankly, some would say pretty angry. They thought Neil was being a horse's patoot. He thought he was being de minimis towards the mayor. And city manager, noticing the mayor was pretty unsettled, went over, talked to the mayor, and reminded the mayor that Neil, in fact, was from Canada, and that in Canada they did refer to the mayor as your worship. City manager comes over and sees Neil afterwards, and Neil, being somewhat confused about the mayor's reaction to his comments, city manager came over and he apologized to Neil. He said, the mayor did not realize that this was an honorific, that those communities in Canada, you called the mayor your worship. The problem is, Neil, we all call him Bob, and we're worried that he's now going to expect us to call him your worship from this day forward. Neil told me that story, and I laughed, and I laughed, and I laughed. And to this day, I continue to tell this story about this young Canadian buck coming down and referring to the mayor as your worship. I hope you enjoy this story as much as I. But that's not my purpose today. My purpose is to wish Neil well in his retirement. Hamilton has been very lucky. As I look across North America, I look at Neil Everson and I see one of the best public economic developers that I've ever met. He has served admirably on the International Economic Development Council Board of Directors. He is a past chair of the Economic Developers Association of Canada. He recently got our fellow member designation. He was one of the first communities in Canada to become an accredited economic development organization. He's helped teach our ethics course. I mean, Neil is the real deal. He is somebody that knows his craft very well, and I trust, like you, we will all miss him in the profession. I'm just jealous. He is younger than I am, and he's retiring to the golf course. Neil, my hat's off to you. Great luck, and I hope you have a heck of a good party tonight. Best wishes.